everybody, welcome back to James Plays Myst 5 End of Ages. We are here in Todelmer, and we're trying to figure things out. And last time we got some things to figure out, we just haven't really put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So we're going to start off here reviewing what we encountered last time. We go back down, there's a room that has 4 different consoles to manipulate, I think, cameras. And they have coordinates that we input. We need to find those coordinates. There's also like a timer of sorts down there that I still don't understand. Hopefully I never have to. But we came up to the tippy top and we came over to this and we used it to find one of the coordinates to put in. Now that that's locked in, though, I'm gonna just use this a little bit to see what else there might be to see. I don't believe we're going to be using this one again to find another coordinate, but we can find some other things, huh? So let me write this down. That is a symbol that we're going to use on a slate. And that, I believe, is going to be able to get us over there by means of unlocking a waypoint for us. So there we go. We're off to a good start there. Let us see if there's anything else for us to maybe see from this perspective. We do have our up and down that we need to also be aware of. Okay. And I guess while I'm looking at it, over there is another one of the telescopes. So my presumption was each one will let us find another set of coordinates. So I'm not going to find another one with this telescope, but I may find something else like we just did. So that is good. Down here appears to be another. Actually, no. That, I think, is a docking station for how we might get between these areas. Let me look up here. That looks like it may be a doorway. And hold on. Possibly a throughway below there. Over here, that's another one of the telescopes. So it looks like that's all we're going to be able to see from here with that. Okay. Now, we're going to go over here. And I closed this back up so that we could get back around to look at this map. So the way that I'm reading this, and I could be wrong, we are here. This is the central island, whatever you want to call it, that we're at. And then we have these 4 markings here that would denote the cameras that were operating below. And like these are where they're located, and these might be just, I don't quite know. They have like a little, some of them have a little branching arm to them, like an angle. Maybe there's a series of cables or something we could follow. But then we have this green one, which goes to another area. There's also this off here, which, yeah. So it looks like we've got 3 locations we're going to be traveling to. This one, presumably the green means that we have a connection to be made from where we are to get there. So I'm going to push that button again to reveal the stairs. And we're going to come down as soon as it'll let me. There we go. And we had found, well, aside from all of this business, we go through and we come out the other end, similar to what I think I'm seeing across the way. And we've got, this is non-interactable. I don't know if they serve any purpose or not. But we have a pulley system. So right now, the way it's set, this is going clockwise. And if we do this... Oh, hello. Hold on. There we go. Okay, counterclockwise. I guess I just didn't pull it far enough down. And we can't really see what is being operated unless... Yeah, that's just swaying in the wind. So that's not it. But I don't know which way is the correct way for operating this to make anything happen. Because I can't see what it's supposed to be doing. But it's obviously something connected above. And I think it's going to be the tram, or whatever you want to call it, that's going to take us to another island. Everything should be functional. We're seeing everything turning. We're seeing this cable doing a thing. But I can't tell what we're accomplishing. So let's go back up. And let's try to just once again get some orientation. The way that I believe that pulley system is located for up here is out this way towards here to this. I can't go out here for anything. But we can see the 2 pulley systems and out that way, so we would have been below here. But I don't think I'm seeing anything for interaction. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put a pin in that simply because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not able to see the results of my actions. So, getting over here, and even over here, and over there, or over anywhere in this direction, it's not working out so good for me. But or maybe I'm mistaken. I don't actually know where we would be looking out. Over here, I believe, is where we can warp to. Now, just for the heck of it, I want to just take another look. And yeah, this doesn't change. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down to where the slate is. We had nowhere else to put it but leave it where we came into this world. And I can't come down here. I can't do anything with any of this stuff. So, I don't know, maybe I don't get there physically to any of the places. That's entirely possible. If we're getting to a place by using this slate, maybe we're getting to all the places by using the slate. So we'll pick it up. We'll take it out of here. No, I didn't want to drop it. It's a little weird. Okay. So, for today's drawing class, we're going to do a circle. And then come out and... Oh. Not... I drew it too big. Okay, let's try again. A little smaller now. Mouse cursor is fun, okay? So let's try that and see if that is recognizable to the borrow. Seems to be the case. They've taken it. And we've got our waypoint. All right. That's good. Good job, me. Only thing up here is the pedestal and the telescope. So from here, let us see what we can find. Don't see anything there. Think I see something here. Okay. Another coordinate. So we can draw that down. And we could input that when we get back there. So again, we've got this. I believe we're looking at where we just were. So that's where we were coming out. And trying to use the system there. So I come up, and this is dark for me. Very hard to tell what I'm seeing. But yeah, we're here. We pull that. There's that goes up. But I don't see anything to interact with up there. I don't see anything changing. That's the room where we put in the stuff. Just gonna look around a little bit. Oh, too close. Let me stay zoomed out for now. Now we'll zoom in a little bit, and then down, and in, up. So there's nothing there. There doesn't appear to be anything here. I don't think I'm supposed to see anything on this. So all we have to work with is a new coordinate. Let us take this back with us. We'll set it back down here for now, instead of carrying it with us, then dropping it, and then the Barrow taking it and putting it somewheres. So let's try to review. I want to get over to here. That is what I would like to do. I believe there is some connection that will get me there. But I don't know what it is. Let's come in here. And what are we at? Okay, this might be the 4th cycle. Because we didn't see this one before. They all had the dashes in the middle. So I still don't know what to make of there being a circle, of there being a separation, of there being the dashes between them, there being no dashes between them. It's all very confusing to me. We're looking for a downward-facing Pac-Man, the favorite yoga position. Okay. Let us adjust to what I've written down. Would be that. And then the next one is going to be that. And if we're supposed to be able to see anything in these pictures, I cannot. So we've set 2 of them. Let's see if there's anything different to be gleaned from this. I can go and look at that map again to see which 2 I'm actually manipulating. Okay. So, one second. What we've been seeing with the red, I don't know if there's any out. Yeah, right here. Those, I believe, are the camera arrays. These are what we are manipulating by putting in the coordinates. So there's 2 of them. And then there's this over here. And you can see that it's not connected to anything, that it's broken, which would totally correspond with the fact that one of these in here doesn't work. Right here. So if I can't get anywhere fast enough to see what's being done. Unless yeah, I'm not going to have enough time. But it goes up to the top, and then those cables are pulling and turning. Oh, okay, we've, well, now we definitely know which one it is. Actually, before I go, doesn't look like there's anything to deal with. Okay. So the broken one, the cables block the path unless we have it moved a certain way. we go. Cleared out again. So yeah, we're winding them up. And it's broken there. So we're not using that. We don't need to get all 4 of them set necessarily. But I don't know what we're doing. So there's supposed to be a connection that we followed to get there. And it's between these 2. And these are the 2 cameras that are close together. And those are the 2 that we have the coordinates for. So maybe by having them properly aligned, we've done something. I feel like this is... We're supposed to stay down here until we figure something out. I'm just going to keep pulling this and see if something happens. Like if there's an end point where it says it's done, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna flip it and pull it a bunch of times. I guess it's safe to say I'm kind of stuck. So we're gonna have to go see what the Universal Hint System has to tell us. Okay, it would seem that we are actually done with this. Let's take a quick look at the orientation of these gears. Here, this here and there. And then we're gonna go back down and we're gonna pull the lever once. I want to make sure I'm actually understanding what I just read on the Universal Hint System, but it should be that we are actually done with this. We solved the puzzle with this without even realizing that they were related, because, yeah, I just didn't see that. No? If I was understanding what the Universal Hint System was saying, it was that in order to see the pedestal that was over yonder, I needed to manipulate that pulley system to rotate this so that these were not blocking my view. Which I didn't realize I had done. So we were able to get over to that island with the pedestal and a telescope. Now, the same logic applies for the telescope over there, now that we've used the coordinates to move 2 cameras. We went over there having only moved 1, and now we've moved 2. So that's the flow of that's a little weird to me, if I'm understanding it correctly. We go over to this island and we get a coordinate, and then we input that coordinate, and then we come back to this island. Just a strange flow to me. So that's why it wasn't really making sense. So now we should be able to peek through. To something over here that we couldn't see before. Okay. That's strange. Yeah. Tell me what you think of that. That we're threading the needle in our viewpoint through the cameras, and just the process of all that. It's not bad, but it's a strange one to me. So I'm gonna look real close at my screen. Okay. So this line downward is connected to the inner circle. Okay. So with that, hopefully we're back on track for some Mystin. Let's erase this. And now let's do big circle first. And circle inside. Oh, no, that's... yeah, let's make it a little smaller, then. Like that. That... Okay, hold on. It might have worked, but I didn't want to take the chance. We'll try that. See what the Borrow thinks. Yeah, confused. Okay. So we gotta try to get that line longer. Let's try drawing the line first. Like that. And drop it. Drop it. It may have been a terrible place to drop it. Okay. We gotta have enough distance. Now you understand it. Okay. Return from whence ye came. And there we go. Alright, we're here. I'm gonna save again. I really need to get into the habit of saving often. So now we're at that place I wanted to be. We have stairs down, and we have Escher again.
Your destination is not here, but above. The stars and planets must be aligned. And regrettably, it is only the perverted power of the creatures that can do it.
Sounds good to me. I like perverted things.
Make then.
All right. Yeah, I suppose if I was just gonna go back to every place I'd been to, I would have gone back to that island. But I really don't think I would have used the telescope and found that other symbol without being guided by the universal hint system telling me to look, thread the needle of the cameras. I would have looked around and not found anything again. Okay, so this does not work. Just double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, all the checking. And now let's try to just see if there's anything inside. Symbol or anything. Looks like there's a map again. And then there's this. Ah. Okay. So there is our tram, stranded in the middle. Maybe we can do something with it from this side? Let us zoom in a little bit. That symbol we already got. Yes? Yes. My assumption is I gotta find another symbol to make the borrow do a thing. But I could be looking for coordinates again. Yeah, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. We haven't done any changes to anything that would mean I should be going somewhere else. I need to find something here either with the telescope or on this place. That would be progress. Just give me a couple more minutes to look around. Okay, let me try something a little crazy here. Okay, a little crazy. A little strange. No, you don't understand that. Was worth a shot. I'm like, they kind of showed me the view of this planet here after talking to Escher. And I thought, that's distinct enough that maybe I could make that into something. twice in one video here, and we're just into the 4th episode. This is kind of making me sad. But I guess it can't be helped that my brain just isn't working the way that they want it to, or are expecting it to. Okay. Okay, that's a little annoying, but just a little. Apparently we are not done with the pulley system. And it actually is doing something. I just could not see it. Not now, possibly not ever. But using that pulley system is causing the tram to move along its cable. And apparently, it does stop working when I reach the end. What up with that? I was pulling on that thing like a 13-year-old boy. And like a 13-year-old boy, I could just keep doing it all day long. So, yeah. I gotta pull it up. Oh. Oh. What? Are you for real? I was like one away? That can't be right. No, there we go. But yeah, if you can see anything moving out here, I sure as hell can't. Like, I can't see any movement at all. I can't see the tram from here. I can't see anything. We just trust. And I believe I have this set in the correct direction. My thinking is that it's turned, the lever's pulled this way, so away. If I was pulling it this way, I'd be moving the tram in this direction. But how many times is enough? I believe that's enough. Okay, so with that, we go back up to the top, and then we go back down all the stairs, back to the pedestal. And just to, be absolutely certain that I'm not crazy before I run all the way away. Get here. I can't tell. I think this is the tram, I think. So it's all the way there. Yeah, that's a little frustrating. Because I guess I kind of had the right idea. And I gave up just right before something was going to happen. Or I was pulling it, and like maybe I got to that point where it had stopped and I didn't realize it. I don't know. To me, I feel like that needed some more visual feedback on what I was doing. As I commented at the start there, from the position you're in, you can't see what your actions are doing for you. So I probably should get the slab and bring it with me. But yeah, just if it was a little bit more clear, like if you could see the cable that the tram is on moving, which I couldn't. If you could see the tram moving, which I couldn't. Just something a little bit more that just kind of reinforced that you were actually doing something. And then when I read the hint, it almost suggested that I had done exactly what I needed to do, and we didn't have to do anything more with the pulley. So, I mean, that's not necessarily the game's fault. That's just I made a wrong assumption there. But yeah, so this is here. Now we can get down. Now we can get in. This is power system, huh? There we go. Get some light in here. And that probably also powers the door. But yeah, just with all these games, every time I get to a puzzle, if I solve it or if I get stuck, I'm always curious to know what you guys think of a puzzle. If you think it's like poopy doo-doo, or if you think it's really well done. In this case, I'm trying to share my thoughts about this particular puzzle, and just feeling like it needed a little more feedback given to the player in order to understand what they were doing. Not just giving away the answer or anything. I don't want it too easy, but, you know, with these games, we've seen that there's things you interact with that serve no purpose. We've seen things where you interact with stuff and it has a definite stopping point, which this one did, but those stopping points I feel came a lot sooner. I don't know exactly how many times I had to pull that lever for one direction for it to do something. Maybe I started in the wrong direction even, and then I undid that, and I was you know, like I had no clear idea, and I just feel like that it shouldn't have been like that. So I'm not going to keep dwelling on it. I've shared my thoughts. I would really love to hear yours. So we've got a symbol here, which I'm assuming will be an action symbol to make the perverts do something for me. Alright. I might as well just bring this in. No matter what, I'm gonna obscure it. Well, we wrote it down for a reason, right? So we got a nice long line like that, and then a shorter line like that. We draw a circle down here, and we draw a circle up here. And then we put it down, and we walk away, and we see what the Barrow thinks of it. You're confused. Alright, we'll try it again. Don't know why you're confused. Let me try a little bit bigger and in a different system of... stupid. Give back. Give to me? Okay, now drop it. Let's see if that's readable to them. No, it's not. Am I... One second. Okay, camera, I swear to God. I was thinking... The only other place we've seen symbols, though, is on the pedestals. But I was thinking that maybe it's not for this slate. But looking at the shapes here for everything... I mean, that lines up with that. So it's just, I'm not drawing it right. We're going to be coming to the end soon. I just need this to work. So, don't know why. We had really good luck up to a point here. And now we're finding a little bit of an issue with the recognizing of symbols. There we go. Was it always like that? Oh, whoa, whoa, hold on. Oh. Okay, so... Can I use this now? Like we have an air flow that might carry it all the way across? Is that what I was doing? Or could I have always done this? Oh, hello. We'll save. right here. And we'll draw some things while we're here. Okay, so that hath ended. And I'll try to draw this symbol as well. I don't know if it's important that there's these breaks here. But I'll draw it as best I can. Okay, with everything stopped, let us see. Now that still works. Okay. We'll go input this last coordinate. So that was for this one here. Don't think that would be obscuring anything. I'm stuck again. Oh no, I didn't learn my lesson from last time. Oh god. You know what it is? I don't mind being confused. I don't mind being teased and having puzzles to solve. That's the whole point of these games. It's, if I can't figure it out and I look it up, I want the solution to be satisfying. And sometimes it's not. And that, you know. So we've got this one here. Let me see if I've got the right... Oh yeah, nothing's on here, but we can put that there. And drop it. And they won't come to pick it up because I'm right here. Okay. Should be this. It should be that. Ah. Well. Seeing a little bit of a view. Now, even though this camera doesn't work, is it gonna be important? Supposed to make things align. Just come up and just kind of get a view of things. Let's plop this down. Interesting. Okay, yeah. So, oh. Very interesting. Hold on. I knew it. We're speeding up time. This appears to be the closest view. Pull back a little bit. Pull back a little bit. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay. Now see that I really liked. I really liked that. That is what we call satisfying. Very satisfying. That's yeah. All right. And it's not 'cause I figured it out. It's 'cause, well, it's partly because I figured it out, but no, I mean, that's satisfying. I'm satisfied by how all that came together. If I didn't understand anything, if I went and looked that up, what would the Universal Hint System have told me? Let's find out. But the way all that came together, of you're doing this thing and you see the wind movement or the movement of the clouds or something, and my initial thought was, oh, maybe that provides enough wind force to move the tram, and then that wasn't the case. So then you're like, okay, so looking at the planet and seeing the movement going real fast, and then that kind of clicked in my mind, and I went down and I was able to confirm that with the timekeeping device going real fast, and then putting together the fact that we positioned those cameras and we had the one that had a good shot of the planet and then the close-up of the planet, like the closest up shot, the zoom. Yeah, no, the way that all came together felt really good. In general, I love to hear opinions about the puzzles from you guys, but in particular those two, I really want to know if you agree with me on this one being good, the other one being not as good, and maybe agreeing with my criticisms on, like, feedback for the player. Hi.
Do you begin to understand the power of the tablet? Surely it begins to pull you. Its strength grips you.
No, not really.
Without the power of the tablet, this would be left solely to your dreams. Now, Imagine how the power calls her. She has tasted it already. She has the ability to use it beyond all others. And she tells you not to give it to her because she wants it so. She destroyed the Dukhni once, and she will complete our destruction if you give her the tablet.
Yeah, everybody's on the same page here, buddy. Nobody's giving Isha the tablet, except for
Listen carefully.
an alternate save where I do
Quest
exactly
is
that.
half complete. The decision nears. You have seen much of what the Dukhni once were, and what they were able to build. Do you see what we might create yet again? The city, the ages. Do you see it? Go. Bring us closer.
What if I destroyed the tablet? What if the fact that I've been playing through so many of these games dealing with Atris being, my introduction, my strongest understanding of the Dunny, and hating him, and my conclusion is that the Dunny really should just stay gone? Huh? How about that? I don't know which way is the correct way. We got 3 ladders, 2 up, 1 down. Okay, so down it is. Okay, and we'll just take another look out some windows here. See that we are in space in the middle of one of my greatest nightmares, and now we will find our way in. There we go. And touch you. Alright. Now, what happens, actually, if I were to touch this? Brings me back to that age. Okay, good to know. What's interesting is the Todelmer, we only had 2 symbols, and then our end goal. Whereas here we had 3. Okay, 2 down, 2 to go, I guess. I pushed the wrong one. And yeah. We will see in the next video what our next age is gonna... How do I get... Hello? What is... Okay, okay. Boy, these orb thingies are really disorienting, huh? Alright, we're safe. Everything's safe. We're gonna even safe our game. And next time, we're going to the 3rd of these places. And I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. So, I want to get a little preview. That's 4. Okay, so this is 3. Ooh. little beachy, little stony. All right. Something to look forward to. I think it's a testament to some of the games, at least. Like, I'm reluctant to stop right now. I want to keep going. I want to see what the next age is. I want to get into it. But this has already gone on long enough. So I should stop. I will stop. But I don't want to stop. And what that means is I'm having fun. I'm having fun with this game. I started hopeful. You know, a fresh start, a new installment. Let's see where that goes. Let's not hold on to any past grudges. And then I was set up to be really disappointed. The way the controls are being all screwy, you know, the camera again, the weird thing with the subtitles, that took me a while. I had to look that up to find out that, oh, I can only adjust them once I'm in the game proper. The reviews for this game, people talking about game-breaking bugs, people talking about how I might miss important cutscenes, I won't be able to make progress because I'm using the movement method that this game seems to have been designed for you to use. But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this so far. And hopefully that doesn't change. Hopefully the latter half of this game doesn't fall apart on me. So cross your fingers and join me next time for the next age. I love ya. Mwah. Bye-bye.